Guys, talking shit. What the hell's today? October 6th, 2020. A lot of stuff went down the last couple of weeks. Nothing too crazy. I know Bowling Green happened, but before I get too into the weeds, where's the blowing Corvettes off in the weeds? No, that's not it. Where is it? No, blowing Corvettes off in the weeds.
I got fucking bags. I shit my pants.
That's not it.
Shit's all retarded.
That's not it.
Flat plane
Nope.
Full bolt on.
That's not it either. That's not it. Nope. I gotta find where I'm.
It's just like,
I'm just doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Flat
Where
plane.
am I blowing Corvettes off in the weeds?
Nothing. You just
I think I have like 16 things on the same button. Anyway, guys, give me a sound check. Okay, you can hear me great. Beautiful. So we're I just went, let me see what I got going on here live and see how I can get it all squared away. Unreal. So, okay, real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last week. A lot of blower cars started running really good numbers, real good numbers. Whipple cars, VMP cars, you name it, whether it was a Terminator, whether it was a Gen 3, a 10 or 80 car. Actually, I did not see a lot of Gen 2 cars running that impressive of a number, so I wondered what happened there. But NMRA kind of showcased everything race, I mean top tier, 20 plus PSI everything, what the capabilities are of every blower, and we kind of, they were who we thought they were. Okay, a lot of Whipple cars are running real good, tuned by us and not tuned by us, tuned by competitors, running really well in Texas. Paramount Speed has a Gen 3 running 830s. I don't know the supporting mods, so I can't really speak to that. I know that there was a couple of Dwayne Hickman tuned by Chad Epperson down in London Chassis Dyno, full race car. GT500 with a VMP Gen 3 and a thimble for a pulley. Went 770s at like 173 if I'm not mistaken. That's for a rear feed Gen 3. Very, very, very impressive. I think Nicky Notch was running real good down there too in the 8th mile in his class. I was tuning Mike Javanis's street car. It was a 10-0. It would have won the 10-0 class if it wasn't for his second run where I think he spun and the car just got a little too wild in second gear, and he ended up not being able to do that. But it was a 10-0, 10-0, 12-1 true street car, so it would have taken it. That car had a hell of a time shifting, but we figured it out, and thank God he was patient, and we ended up figuring everything out. But yeah, it was interesting to see that blower cars are living in the low 8s now. By the way, hopefully Whipple Robs is okay. I know he had a bit of an accident. I don't know him personally. He's tuned by a competitor, but I don't care. It's a Coyote bro, and I wanted to make sure, I heard he crashed his shit, and that sucks. But hopefully he'll get back up and running, and he's safe, and we're good. But I don't know if you're not a brand loyalist. Again, not a brand loyalist. What in the hell do you have to do to not buy a Coyote nowadays? I'm saying Gen 2, Gen 3. I'm telling you, the way these cars are running, with some massaging, built setups, it's hard to be a Chevy guy, Corvette guy, Dodge guy, and go, damn, what the hell do I have to do to run 820, 81 on, or 820, 830, 840, 850 on a supercharged application in a Chevy or a Dodge? And a lot of Gen 2, Gen 3 cars are doing it with a blower upgrade, and they're just like, here you go. Obviously built motor, obviously there's a lot of work involved, but there's just so many that it's hard to ignore. We saw Manuel Gomez do it with his Victor's car. We saw Manuel Gomez build a Gen 2 6R80, all the gears, 6-speed car, and bring it out to FL2k. He is in Florida right now, and he's doing street stuff. He's not doing any track stuff. He doesn't give two shits about the track. The car is basically going out there to race everyone from probably Miami, Bradenton, Orlando. Whoever wants to get it, Manuel's has plenty to hand out. And it'll be interesting to see the outcome of that. A rear-wheel drive, max effort street car on 315s at FL2k, probably racing GTRs, bikes, other competitor Mustangs, rear-wheel drive. See how it fares here. That'll be interesting if they can make FL2k half as good as Texas 2K. If they can make FL2k, if they start coming here and other shops start coming here and start racing on the shitty asphalt in Bradenton, I don't know if you can find concrete that much in Bradenton, but if you can come up here, build a 1,500 plus rear horsepower car and start gapping fools with a 6R, it's going to be real hard for anyone that isn't a Ford guy to go, dang it, I think I have to build one of those. I think I have to build one of those because you see blower cars are running 850s and under. I think the black Bean, the black car we got, the 18 car, went 860s at 4,200 pound race weight with John Jr. in it, or 4,100. It was heavy, heavy. And imagine that car being 300-400 pounds lighter. You don't think it's an 830? You don't think it's an 820 car? Absolutely it is. We might just send it to Manuel Gomez and say, hey, Manuel, here's the car. See you later. What do we want out of you, Manuel? We want the King Daddy gut job. Not like the video of that S197 that looks like a tin can Honda Civic. I'm saying give me the doors, gut the interior, take the seat out, but don't go stupid. Leave the AC in it, leave the dash in it. But, do the race car setup, some doors, not the trunk. Do your magic on the 10R80 and you don't think that car run a 20? You don't think that car run an 8.1? You don't think if you could get Boyd Bombera in the car who looks like a crack patient, no offense, the crackhead, no offense, Boyd, you're just super skinny. Have him drive the car. You don't think that car can probably bust off a real low 8? It's possible. So now therein lies vetted, proven combinations. Lex Luthor says, I've been debating a Hellcat just tuned tire for a daily. You know what? That's what I would do for a daily. Like what I want to do with my white car is basically put a nice sound system in it, leave the 20s on it, give it about 800 horse, and then say, I'm not racing this guy. It's too nice. That's the plan with the white car. Nick Santarpia says, my GM at work still talking, my GM, general manager at work, still talking shit after a sealed Coyote 790s. Says it's fake. Still says that a bow tie is better. Guy's nuts. Yeah, I mean, you know how many people have accused that car of being built? People that are Lund people are saying, yo, that shit's built. I'm like, God damn, that guy did something good. If even people that are on our team are questioning whether that car is built or not. Let me get some of the paid. Actually, no, let me keep going with my, what I want to talk about, customers outlining builds incorrectly. That's what I really wanted to get to. So blower cars are out there setting records, right? VMP Gen 3R, Whipple cars. I don't know that an Edelbrock car ran any good this week. I don't know any Vortec car because I just didn't see it. It might have. I just know that NMRA, some guy did some rail grind with a car. It was pretty crazy to see that. Hopefully he's okay. He got out of the car. He seemed to be fine. But let's say you're a shop, and I've started to see this a lot. You're a shop. Customer goes up to you and goes, I see you guys build Mustangs. I want to get mine built, but I want to do it different than anyone else. Here we fucking go. Now, when I was at the shop that I worked at, I would tell the customer, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to run 9s, 10s, make 800 horsepower, make 1,000 horsepower? Car show with the possibility of it making 1,000? Do you want to just live at 800, live at 600, NA? What do you want to do? When they start telling me the parts that should go on the car, that's where I stop them. I go, You came to me. You came to me. So I'm going to tell you basically the straightest path to your end goal. Meaning, if you own a shop, now I'm talking to directly shop owners. I'm talking to you. If a customer comes up to you and tries to tell you how to do your job, and you know it's wrong. I mean, you know it's fucked up. He wants to put a turbo kit you've never heard of. He wants to use a trans clutches you've never heard of. He wants to use parts that you've never heard of. And then he throws it on your lap and subsequently your tuner's lap to say, make it all work. And you say yes. I think you're going about it the wrong way. They come to you so that you can kind of showcase what you can do with all of the experience that you've had. If you have built 8-second cars, 9-second cars, 7-second cars, don't let a customer come in there and tell you how to build his car. You can simply say, thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. I don't want to use ID1000s or FICs. I want to use Bobo brand injectors. I'm like, that's when the shop needs to go, no, we only support this brand. But slowly I've started seeing, and not Lund Racing guys, but I've seen it out there where people just start saying yes because either they need the business or they think that the tuner can just make it work. Here you go, tuner. Here you go. Well, the customer bought his own kit. We just put it together. Now it runs like absolute dog shit. The injectors were used. The fuel pumps are two pieces of junk tied together with relays and a bunch of shit-ass wire. Why can't you make it work, tuner? And it's almost like they just hand it off to the next guy, passing the buck. Hey, the customer wanted this done, so the customer's always right? No. 90 to 95% of the time, the customer's wrong. And again, I'm not saying this in an offensive manner. I'm saying if I was to remove the customer from the equation, meaning you get out of here and I deal just with a shop, life is good. Hey, what do you want? 800 horse. Okay, shop goes, okay, we got a Whipple or Edelbrock or a Vortec or a VMP, vetted known combinations or turbos or whatever, a Hellion, On3, a BL Fab kit, whoever, and say, I want to make 800. Okay, we got the combo. Here it is, done. Once they start outlining their own builds and you start second guessing it, but you still take on the job, now you're passing the buck. Now it is your fault for saying yes to that, and then it becomes your fault again for handing in our lap. And if we can't make it run, or if we say no, that's no good, then you're gonna say, well, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. You know what he's talking about. Fine, guys. Sometimes you have to say no to these guys. These guys come in there and start bullying you, saying, well, I'm the customer. I should. No. Shh. You need to go away. You came to me to build your car, so you can't tell me exactly what you think. You need to tell me a goal. 800, 1,000, 1,100, 1,500. I can tell you how to get there. That's, in my opinion, how it should be outlined, but I'm not seeing that. So now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, is this. When I send you a tune, it is not an automatic invitation to friend me on Facebook. I have slowly let people go on Facebook because there's certain things I want to see across my feed. You know what I want to see across my feed? Car shit, cars going down the track, funny memes, people hanging out. I don't, if I see shit I don't like, I'm just like, you know what? I don't need them on my feed. Get out of here. Once I start seeing shit I don't jive with, I get out of here. So what happens every single time I send a tune? Boom, friend request. And this is what they do. They say, well, I'm going to go to the track tonight. I'm like, good for you. It's 7 p.m. I'm eating dinner. Why the fuck are you texting me about you going to the track? You don't hear, if you drive a forklift, right? You don't wait for a friend request for someone to, hey, I'm driving this truck and you just happen to drive a forklift and I'm in the area. You want to just come and offload my shit? No, you would never do that. You never bug anybody. But on tuning, e-tuning, they friend request you. Usually if the tuner's a nice guy, he'll accept it. I always deny it. I always deny a friend request when I give out a tune to a customer. This is why. They want friend tune support. I'm going to the track. Good for you. Then they go, I just ran a 10-1. Good for you. Do you want to look at a log? No. Did you pay me to look at a log? Did you schedule a log review of a track session? Did you do any of this? Well, we're buddies on Facebook. What's the big deal? Boom. Then a log comes through on Facebook. I'm like, what are you doing? So I stopped receiving friend requests or accepting friend requests from any customer. Every single time I get a message on Facebook, it's the same shit. And if you guys are doing it, listen closely. You guys are doing this. You're trying to talk about work. You're trying to make me talk about work on my off time. Do you know how many messages I get over the weekend? Hey, what would you do in this situation? Hey, you're a tuner. I started dabbling into tuning and I see the injector do this. It's Saturday at 8 a.m. And why would I give you any tuning advice on anything? You want to tune? Go to Lund Racing site, buy a fucking tune, and I'll tune your shit. I'm not going to sit there and teach you what to do. Hit the injector pulse with, hey, hit this, hit that. No. And that's the problem with Facebook because you're easily be able to be touched. So if I tune you and you friend request me, I absolutely denied it. Because what you're trying to do is get free tune support, free advice, free building. I mean, you're not my friend. I don't know you. You know how many times people be like, hey, Alex, what's up with you, man? Hey, Alex, What's up with you? What's new in your life? How are you doing? How's your family? How's your family running? How are things? How's the other channel? Hey, how's your dad? Hey, how's your mom? Nope, it's, hi, Alex, what's up? I have this problem with the car where it does a thing, boom, log shows up on Facebook Messenger. Fuck that shit, guys. Fuck that shit. Seriously, if you do that shit, block, no friend request denied, see ya. I am not your friend. If we're interacting at work, I have 3 or 4 friends in my life. Most of them are in Florida. So unless I've seen you and shook your hand, I don't want to hear from you on Facebook. How's that? Okay. There's the opening monologue full of hate. But you guys got to cut the shit out, man. First of all, customers bullying shops to do what they want to do, fuck that shit. They came to you, treat them accordingly. What do you want to do? How fast do you want to go? We have the recipe. Oh, but if you go to a restaurant and you tell a guy, I want the steak. The only thing you can do at a restaurant in terms of a steak is how you want it cooked. It's still a fucking steak. He prepped it. He chose it. He cut it. All you get for a choice is how warm it is. So cut the shit with the customer's always right bullshit. Fuck all that. Blown Chevelle says, hi, Alex. Love the channel. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Blown Chevelle. George Figueroa says, you need to listen to some Anuel LOL. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Oliver Bryan gave me $50. Holy shit. Relax with the crazy donations. Guys, $1.99 is enough unless you want to really write a whole book. Says, hola, bicho, looking to get a manual 18 plus. What do you recommend? A Whipple Gen 5 or an Edelbrock 2650. Also a pulley combo for fun E85 street car. Also recommend the Mantic clutch. Now, I'm going to go by what the trans guy is telling me, right? The trans guy, my boy, Ben Calamer, really likes the RST for Gen 3 stuff. He likes the RST and the RXT. I'm not saying Mantic is a bad product, but you got to understand, if my trans builder is saying, hey, Alex, the RST and RXT are fine for Gen 3 and up, I'm going to kind of err on, his experience. I'm going to lean on his experience and go, that's what I recommend. So depending on power level, you can get away with an RXT or an RST, RSTNA, RXT boosted. But remember, it's gonna engage a little on the harsh side. Now, on a Whipple car, if you got a 3.8 pulley, that's like 10 PSI on a Gen 5 with a 132 throttle body and a 123 cold air. That'll make close to 700, like high 600, 700. If you're going to be on E85 and a return style fuel system, you can go down to like a 3.5 for a front feed or like a 3.1 or a 3.0 pulley on a Edelbrock TVS. Both will be about 800 plus. It's really going to get out and get going. It's really going to run really well. It's going to pull hard. The TVS will hit harder down low, period. But honestly, it's hard to beat the Whipple stuff nowadays, especially the Gen 5 stuff. The only blower I haven't seen actually make waves, I'm saying deep 8s, low 8s, badass stuff, is the Odin. That's the only one I haven't heard do anything. Now, it is a new product, so we'll see if they get out there. I know they've run a good number in other vehicles. I have no idea why they don't advertise it. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting on. Are you waiting for something? I don't know what the fuck you're waiting on. If you have an Odin blower on a car that has ever run faster than an 850, get it out there. The fuck you waiting for? Some media blitz? No, get it out there because people forget the next day. Once you put something out, they forget the next day. Fuck, Eddie Van Halen died today. Do you think I give a fuck what happened before anything like that? I heard Eddie Van Halen and I played fucking Van Halen all day. All fucking day on my Amazon Alexa thing. I was just like, yep, just letting it play all day. I'm like, damn, dude died. Tomorrow we're going to forget about that. We're going to be back on the fucking Joe Biden Trump bullshit. So get the news out. Hurry up. I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. If you got news, get it out there. There is no waiting for some shit to cook in the pot so you can deliver at the right time. No one cares. Oliver, I recommend the Whipple or the Edelbrock, at least 12, 13 PSI and E85 if you want to make like 850 plus, but you can live at 11, 12 PSI, high 700s, 800s, and be real happy. Edgar G gave me $5. Didn't say a goddamn thing. My favorite type of question. I love it. Ride related said, Ben Calamer just told me about 2 months ago that the RXT would break the MT82. What year? Ride related. What year? The 11 to 17? Or the 18 and up. Listen to my words. That's the other thing, guys. You know how many people have really fucking bad listening comprehension and reading comprehension? I say Gen 3, and people go, whoa, but Ben Calamer said. what generation. The Gen 1 and Gen 2 generation don't like the RXTs. The Gen 3, I think it's okay. Marvin Jimenez says, you got to bring Manuel to talk some shit while he's in Florida. See, Manuel's 3 hours away. He's in Bradenton. Might as well be under the planet. But I don't think Manuel would do good in a live situation. Manuel is a great guy. Love him. But he's distracted. He's got like ADHD. He's like, he's out texting, and he says the N-word way too much. I'm like, yo, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me removed. Love the guy in person. He's a good guy to hang out with, super knowledgeable, smart, and motivated and helpful. But on live television, I don't know if it'll work. Now, I might take a ride up on the weekend, see if I could catch him, see if I could get him on video. Him, though. I want to talk to him, the real him. Hey, stick the camera in his face and just talk to him and see how he does. That would be interesting if he does do well that way. I Swallow Cum says, how you doing, man? Started talking to Aldo in Houston about road tripping my car from San Diego to get his top mount kit. Want to check out Midnight while I'm out there too. What spec 4 system do you recommend for 900 plus rear wheel horsepower? I like the level 2. It's up to you whether to get a 285 pump or a 274 pump setup. I would do a 2 or 3 pump setup. FC3 controller, 285 pumps, I think will be more than adequate. Like 3 285s or 2 274s and 1 285, which is what I have in the Fairmont. I'm going to have in the Fairmont. I think a 4 Innovations level 2 and up fuel system with an FC3 controller is what I would get in my opinion. Oh shit. Joseph Alonso says, what's the Rico setup for circuit racing? Turbo, recommended setup for turbo racing. Turbo already built, blower NA. For circuit racing, like road racing, Joseph, NA, you can just rag out lap to lap to lap to lap. Boosted or turbo, IAT issues. Or unless you're on really low boost and make like high 500s, low 600s, then you should be okay. But honestly, NA, like a high horsepower NA wrung out car seems to do real well. Matthew Goodall says, Poor Boy 313 says, what do you think about the Brembo, BRIMBO, $300 breakup for the S197? Not worth it. Poor Boy 313, absolutely not worth it. Total trash. Unless you get, honestly, I prefer to save for Willwoods. Man, you put Willwoods on a car and that bitch stops so good. Fuck Brembos compared to Willwoods. I know it's expensive, but you get what you pay for. $300, you just get bigger pads and not necessarily that better stopping. I never upgraded my black cars race shit until I got a set from We Were Racing back in the day, and that really made me go, yeah, Willwood or nothing. Matthew Goodall says, channel support from a Gen 2 driver that you've helped loads and will never friend request the fellow Tacuache on Facebook. You know, I have this Tacuache song here, and I don't know how to play it. Like, I was trying to play it. Should I look in the settings? Shit, let me look in the settings. God damn it. I'm going to fuck this up. I'm going to probably fuck this up. Let me see Tacuache. No, that's not it. I got to see what button plays the Tacuache song. Hotkeys. Da-da-da-da-da. 30 years. Tacuache. Let me see where Tacuache is. TALMNOPQRST. There is no Tacuache. Because I have it queued up, ready to go. But it's just not working. Let me look it up. Flat plate crank, failure horns. Dude, it's not here. That's gay. Thought I had it here. Diarrhea, car starting, 30 years. Nope. Thought I had it. Dang. Oh, well. I was playing earlier, but it didn't work out this time. 16 pack. Okay, that is Blown Chevelle again. Says 16 Mustang with a Paxton and 340 pulley, all supporting mods. What does that mean? What does that mean, all supporting mods? What do you think that means, all supporting mods? Injectors and a booster pump? Running 100 octane in meth. My dilemma is, do I go with 3.3 pulley? Am I looking for trouble? Oh, yeah, you're looking for trouble. I mean, 100 octane? Can you consistently get 100 octane, or are you like Boostane, dude? And are you on a BAP? Because if you're on a BAP, we want to start looking at fuel delivery. Make sure you don't run out of fuel system, right? If you have pretty dense fuel, like C16, 14.7 stoic or something like that, I think you're okay. Even a 14.0 stoic, but man, that BAP on a 3.3 pulley at sea level, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Max de Oliveria, which means he's from Oliveria. Give me $5 and say a goddamn thing. My favorite type of question. I love it. Big Blue in PA says, Whipple or LPF Turbo? Whipple. Get the fuck out of you. Kidding me? Whipple all day long. New Age Coyote says, channel support. Picked up those comp stage 3 NA cams for $600. Looking forward to the install and what it does at the track. Remember, New Edge Coyote, you have now moved the power band to the right of the dyno sheet, to the right. So you're going to have to launch higher and power comes in later. As long as you understand what that means, you should be okay. Cuban Coyote said, I did my research on the Snow Meth Kit Stage 2. Looks like I'll be getting it after winter. Thanks for the recommendation. Cuban Coyote's car is going to be fucking evil, guys. Wait. I'm saying for the setup that it is on the street, it's going to be a problem. You guys are going to have trouble fucking with Cuban Coyote on the street. I'm telling you. Nine Toes Racing says, I'm looking for an 0709 GT500 or a 14 Roush RS3. What do you think would be a better buy? Both are stock and I'm looking to make 600 to 700. I would definitely do a 0709 GT500. They're still stout. They're the grandpa. They're old, but they're stout. The trans is better. I think it'll hold up to the power that you want better and easier. Now, the Roush RS3 still has a stock bottom end. If you happen to find a Roush RS3 with an illuminator in it, just look for that little tag that says illuminator, get that guy. If you can't find an illuminator equipped Roush RS3 Gen 1, get the 0709 GT500, TVS swap, you're good to go. F-150, S550 says, what's up, bitch? Been sitting in the back and watching. Yes, sir. I've been seeing you out there, chilling, hanging out. It's all good. Okay. Heck929 says, yo, is 19 PSI too much for 91? Yeah. Oh, wait, for 91 octane on an 09 GT500? My full bolt-on with a Gen 4 2.9 Whipple. It depends on elevation, but man, why 91 octane? Like, why 91 octane? Why 91 octane? Really? When you can just go to AutoZone and get like a can of Torco. Give your car the best shot it has and not fucking giving it chocolate milk for fuel, please. Travian Hackwell says, I work at a discount tire. We had 14 G500 come in, and the guy that drove looked exactly like Shelby Dave, shoes and all. I love the show, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm telling you, that is the most accurate character I have, Shelby Dave. Big Blue in PA says, can I get a blowing Corvettes off in the weeds? I was looking for it. Let me look it up again. Let me look up where blowing Corvettes off in the weeds is. So let me go hotkeys, and we're going to blow Corvettes off in the weeds. Blank. Car starting, desktop audio, diarrhea, media source, shit my pants, ultimate video capture, wet fart. Blow off Corvettes is number 2. So we're going to see what number 2 is here.
Great enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
There you go. You tell them, Carol Shelby. Say it again.
Great enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
One more time.
Great enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
Why would you ever say that? Blowing Corvettes off in the weeds. No, away, blowing them away, blowing them off. Come on. Alex, if my car's running lean up top after a turbo install, would a vacuum leak be a possibility? Return style fuel system in ID1050, 6 pounds. Yes, or one of your pumps is running backwards. If it's one of those discount fucking fuel kits, like if it's one pump running backwards, one pump running the right way, you're going to run out of fuel real quick. So I would make sure both pumps are running properly. Now, the way you can test that is at idle. If you have one of those Bobo kits that has relays on the outside, you can disconnect one pump, and then connect the other pump, and if it shuts off with the other one, then that one's running backwards. It happens all the freaking time. Ghoulish75S says, got an 11 GT 50 stock motor stock transmission, 92 pound injector. What the fuck are those? On 3 twin turbo setup, how much power can it hold? I don't know what fuel you're using. What fuel are you using? How much boost are you pushing? I mean, usually rule of thumb is Gen 1 motors after 720 rear wheel horsepower, at any time it can let go. Maybe you can get away with 750, but after that, at any time it can let go. Nathaniel Sanchez says, I have a general manual car with a single turbo E85 and 355 gears, making 700 on 9 PSI. Should I keep the manual or upgrade the clutch, or would you swap a 6R80 or turbo 400? I would do a turbo 400 before 6R80. Why? The tune doesn't have to change. The tune don't have to change. You just have to set up your two-step and your trans brake to be on the same button. But the tune generally doesn't have to change for maybe a clutch change or something like that. A 6R80 swap, it is daunting. You have to do the ABS module reconfig. You have to do a drive shaft mounts, similar to the 400, but then the tune, actually it's more expensive for a 6R80 if I'm not mistaken. Alex is a Latino tuning god. Thoughts on the PBD tuned Whipple car running 8.4s on 20? That's fast. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hate on anybody. Anything running, actually, if It's a Whipple car, so that's impressive. If it's 8.4s on 20s, that's impressive. I think we went 8.30s on 20s back in 2000 and Joey Basil. If you go on YouTube, look up Joey Basil, Bradenton. I think in 2015, he went 8.30s on 20s, or maybe 2014. He went 8.30s on 20-inch wheels with a fluid twin turbo setup. No one has done it with a blower as far as I know, and if they did, good for them. It's such a weird record, though, on 20s. And then when they shove 15s or 17s on it, I'm like, why doesn't it go quicker? A lot of people do that game. They go, well, it's got more in it. Well, don't tell me it's got more in it. Show me it has more in it. Go do it on 10 PSI. And if you go, oh, it's got more in it, then show me. Because how many times have you guys seen a guy go, oh, man, I'm only launching on 10 PSI. Wait till I launch on 13 PSI. And you never hear from that car again. Why? Because it probably fucking ate itself. But anyway, on the Turbo 400, I do Turbo 400 because I think in the long run, it'll be cheaper and better for that vehicle, to be honest with you. Unless you want a overdrive for some reason. Man of War, give me $5 from Canada. Thank you very much. Coyote Red, give me $5. Says, I forgot my question. I like it. Jed S says, Dakota told me last week, 830 wheel, 6 gear on a Gen 5 Whipple, 18 car with 14 PSI. After talking to Dakota, going to 325 pulley, 16 PSI, going to make some jam at the track, hoping for low 9s. High 8. Possible if you have a second gear leaf tune, sure. Avery Summers says, what up, Alex? I have a 14 GT with a Vortec V3SI. What is that? YSI? V3SI? V3SI? 348 pulley SCT X4 tuner. Oh, the X4 tuner. By the way, I have to ship the N-Gauge to that gentleman. I got to remember. Booster pump ID 1000, 3 exhaust and meth injection. Ported 18 and Boss intake. What is the question? Oh, ported 18 or Boss intake? Either. Both similar gains. At the end of the day, it's how it looks under the hood. So both will have similar gains. Esteban Gutierrez says, Alex is, I already get that. Tommy Hathaway says, what would you pay for a 13 Boss? Like 20,000 miles. 27, 28, no higher. 25, depending on how beat the body is. If it's a basic bitch color like blue or red, yeah. If it's silver or if it's black, which I don't think they made in, I think they made in 13. If it's silver or that weird school bus orange or whatever, I'd pay a little more money. But for like a basic bitch blue or red car, I wouldn't pay more than 25. Are you an iPhone Pato or Tacuache Android user? I'm a Tacuache Android user. Why? Number one, expandable memory. Fuck you. Number two, iPhone users are for grandmas and grandpa. iPhones are for grandmas and grandpas. Why? They're easy to use. And what's the first thing most guys that are tech savvy do to an iPhone? They jailbreak it so they can get all the apps and they're not stuck with the dumb shit that's on the iPhone store or whatever the fuck, iTunes. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. But every grandma and grandpa gets an iPhone. So if you want to consider yourself grandma and grandpa status, do it up with your iPhone, bitch ass motherfucker. Peasant chat. All right, nice and light today. Peasant chat. Here we go. He got scared and popped out of fear. What's going on here? Nice pick going for 750s next. Snake Pit Racing. It broke when it thought it moved under its own power. Coyote. Cuban, the same guy from the Valley Racing vid. Okay, how much? It broke even though. That's Alex. Snake Pit, nice pick. That's okay. So Dwayne Hickman, he's here. His Snake Pit Racing. He's gonna go for 750s next. That car probably has it in it. It has good mile an hour. Looks like there's plenty of meat left in the 60 foot. So I used his picture, Dwayne Hickman's picture of his GT500 at NMRA Bowling Green for my thumbnail because the car is fast and it has a TVS Gen 3R. I mean, a lot of people out there popping off about look, the right configuration, if you know what the fuck you're doing, you can make pretty much any blower do whatever the fuck you want. Nathan Meckler says, that just made my night. Android for the motherfucking win. A lot of people go, oh, iPhone. Grandmas and grandpas have iPhones because it is easy and basic. You just grab it and you go, oh, big stupid letters. I can Skype easy. If you see a grandpa Skyping with someone, you got to look at your phone and go, me and Shelby Dave have something in common. We both have the same phone. Matthew Goodall said, did the 4C come in for the Red Rocket? The Red Rocket is being used, Jean Grey, this car. Jean Grey is being used for some testing at PBH. So once they're done with their testing, they're going to put the 4C in there and the headers from Ultimate Header in there, and we're going to go from there. Okay, where are we at? Anyone here have an idea why I can't send a super chat? You probably got no money in the account, Eric Vega. You got to have money in the account, cuz. Is it the 1st or the 15th? It's the 6th. You got another 9 days. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the 1st of the month. Ooh, Cuban Coyote, they talking shit on you here, man. You got some haters in the chat. Mr. Cake 8 says Cuban bitch Coyote. Cuban non-squabble Coyote. Ooh, there's some drama in the chat. Cuban bamboozling Coyote. Holy shit, Cuban. They on your shit. Bad. He's scared of the Jeep. He said, Coyote, what firm system you got? Brandon, you sure I was running Jack Daniels 75 injectors and 84 in the quarter? Okay, that's something else. Peasant. I can't turn my Chevy with a Note. I can tune my Chevy with a Note 10. Exactly. That's the other thing. Can you put an SD card in any iPhone? No. Do you know how many guys tell me I pulled over, put an SD card on the phone, downloaded your tune to the SD card, put the SD card in the N-Gage, and started basically remote mobile tuning. No laptop required. They basically go, here's a log. I send them an email. Boom. They download the attachment, put it on their SD card, put it in the N-Gage, and we're just logging, baby. I had like 3 or 4 guys do that last week before Dakota took off. Whipple 800 plus horsepower combos on the street. We got them done lickety split like that. Do that shit with an iPhone? Fuck no. Ghoulish 75S says thanks. Thank you very much. Max Castillo says clutch for stock 16 6-speed GT, a stock clutch, or an RST. I like an RST. You don't have to spend a bunch of money. The McLeod RST is more than adequate. Corey Cook says, I've seen much experience with guys running a killer chiller setup to cool the intercooler coolant. I'm in Texas, and when I go blower only, my 18, I'm leaning that way. It's not a bad thing. I don't know if the AC system has to be on the whole time, or when it's on in the staging lanes, will it cool everything enough so that when it's off, it will cool it properly? I'm sure it will. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. I just don't know how reliable it is, and I don't know how it's configured. I've seen some killer chiller setups, and they look like absolute dog shit under the hood. I'm like, who in the fuck would run this shit ass looking setup all the time? And how reliable are the setups? I don't know. I literally don't know. Nathaniel Sanchez says Turbo 400 sounds like a great option, and not worried about override too much. Overdrive, he means. Anyone in the chat know how 400 guys know how you're wiring up the speedometer and clutch switch to start the car? I'm sure you can like do a button or something, but some people leave the pedal. Guys, some people leave the pedal and just push it down. They just push down the clutch pedal and starts the car like normal. Horsepower estimate on a 12 and 17 PSI Gen 3 Ripple 6R80 Gen 2 Coyote E85. 12 PSI E85, let's say 22 degrees, right? Wow, that's good. Gen 2 Coyote with a Gen 3. Oh, Gen 3 Whipple. 770, 780, 750. Let's do 750 on 12 PSI, 17 PSI, like 830 or so. That's my guess. Gen 3 Whipple, 6R80, Gen 2 Coyote, E85. That's my guess. Whipple versus VMP, who you got? It depends on how you want the power to come in. The Whipple makes a ton of power up top. The power curve seems to be going straight up. The TVS is beholden to the TVS rotor, the Eaton rotor pack. No one can redesign the rotor pack except Eaton. Eaton now has a 3.1, but I suspect unless they made the rotor similar to Whipple, which would be hilarious because Whipple has been mimicking sort of TVS's, not 100% just like it, but obviously there's a difference because they keep making power up top, whereas the TVS makes all the torque and power, then it drops off a cliff shortly thereafter. So Eaton has to get around that somehow. But if you want torque now and that push back in the seat feeling a relatively low boost, the TVS at any configuration, Roush, VMP, Edelbrock, it's going to feel the same. If you want top end power and more room to grow, like a Gen 5 is kind of hard to beat. Horsepower, I already got that. Scott N gave me $10. Didn't say a goddamn thing. I love it. 13 Boss Pro Charge says, all you have to do is plug your phone in the front of an N-Gage using a printer cable and press SD. You can then open the files and email your data log. No need to remove the SD card. Even better, 13 Boss Pro Charge. So if you put a cable from the SD card of the slot of the N-Gage to your phone somehow. I don't know how you'd be able to do that though, because the SD card has like an old school BlackBerry connection. I forget what it's called. It's this motherfucker. Where are you? Here. This is what the cable looks like. Ooh, there we go. the big old motherfucker. Like this is ancient history. Could you imagine? This is like ancient now. But if you have one end like this and the other end to be able to connect to like this guy, you know, to a phone or some kind of adapter, yeah, you're right. You never have to take the SD card out, bitch. You see the Coyote stock car BG do its best impression of a Tony Hawk rail slide. That was so cool to watch. Not cool because I know how much he damaged that car. He fucked it all up. But cool to see. I was like, wow. I've never seen that like ever. It was crazy. Joseph Blewett. Or Blewett? Is that a real name, Joseph? Your name is Joseph Blewett? I hope that's a fake name. I'm going to be doing an auto swap this winter. And what are the pros and cons of using the 4R80 and the 4R200 hub in the 6R80? So the 4R200 hub, in my opinion, is best when you only have 3 gear options. Like 1, 2, 3. And then, boom, lockup. Use lockup as another, RPM, ability to drop RPM with the clutch lockup. If you want overdrive, that's going to be the bugger. The 3 to 4 shift is slightly delayed. So if you're just cruising on the highway, great. But if you're in overdrive and you decide to race somebody, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to slow down, make sure you manually put it in third, wait, put it in third. It's a bit of a process. But once it's in third, you can mat it and do whatever the fuck you want. Or select shift down to second and do whatever the hell you want. But the 4R200 hub, in my opinion, is best used as a drag racing application with the ability to have overdrive, but don't rely on a stock shift going from overdrive to any 1, 2, 3 gear without some kind of delay or some special process. That's it. I have a 3-speed max in my Fairmont. It just goes 1, 2, 3, boom, converted lockup. Never had an issue driving on the highway at 2,900 RPM, 70 miles an hour. Don't need overdrive. Tommy Hathaway says, did you see the 3.1 TVS rotor pack? I did. I have no idea what they're going to put it in. It'd be great if, I guess VMP is going to do it, but why? The Gen 3 is more than enough for any fucking, like the Gen 3 2.6 is more blower than any car ever needs. So are you going to be that guy that goes, I need the 3.1 when you have a stock bottom end? Are you going to be that guy? Because I don't get it. The Gen 2R is more blower than any car needs. You can blow it up on the right pulley combo on with a Gen 2R. And then people go, well, I want the Gen 3 for more efficiency. Then it's really soft down low because you're on pump gas and you're a fucking bitch and broke because most Coyote guys are bitches and broke. So you buy a Gen 3 or get given a Gen 3. You put a 98 millimeter pulley on it because anything lower will cause detonation on your 91 octane gas. Having ass motherfucker in Oklahoma. And then you're like, I missed the 2.3. It was a little nuttier down low. And I'm like, no shit. But you wanted the latest and greatest. So there you go. How about let's get a 3.1 out there and start offering people 150 millimeter pulleys. Is that what we're going to fucking do now? We're going to, I want a 3.1 on pump gas. Introducing. Where the fuck? I wish I had a car wheel here and go, here's your fucking pulley. Here you go. The pulley is $800, by the way, because it's made out of a big hunk of billet. Because you need to spin that blower so slowly so it doesn't explode your 91 octane having 120,000 miles short block. Fuck is wrong with you people? Love you. Any successful 10R80 swap Gen 2s out there yet? No, DFY. It doesn't make sense. That means you have to make the whole car a Gen 3. That means you have to get a 10R80, you have to get a Gen 3 control pack, and you have to get DI. You're just going to ignore the DI? I mean, you have to put a Gen 3 motor or Gen 3 everything. Why not just buy a Gen 3? Alex getting the log sent in shortly. Ready to swap to some E85. Excellent, Marcus Miller. Get him done up. See, that's how you do it. You don't friend request me on Facebook and then tell me you're sending logs. You log onto this and you just hit me up either on the peasant chat or on the paid chat, and I'm getting paid now to give a fuck. Why can't Lund tune my Cobra Jet intake? Unless you got it in some fucked up setup, I can't imagine. But I tuned probably 4 Cobra Jet cars today. So I don't know why you think they can't. I think it's maybe your configuration is stupid fucked up, Mustang Mark. Because now you're kind of talking a little shit here. Tell me what your setup is. Because if it's some basic ass shit, I'll look you up in the chat right now and find your correspondence and see what's up. Because if it's some dumb fucking setup, I'm going to make sure that I let people know that it's a dumb setup. But tell me why you think, or why would you make a statement that Lund can't tune your Cobra Jet intake? Tell me that, because if you're talking some shit, I'm about to go in. Cream Pied, your bitch, says, damn, you need to check your blood pressure. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. You need to add no shit to the soundbar. No shit. I might do it. Cuban Coyote saw you on the Valley Racing. Okay, Cuban Coyote's got fans. Alex, why is there not a built MT82 yet? Why is there not a built MT82 yet? Listen to this, motherfucker. Why is there not a built MT82 yet? At Bankstand is making 850 to 900 with his Lund Tune 2650 S550, and we can't even drive the beast like it's driven. That 427, dude, you're smoking all the fucking crack on the planet. You must not be a Mustang guy. Ben Calamer builds stage 3 MT82s. He has for a couple of years now. So for you to say that there's no such thing as a built MT82, that means you're not up on the Mustang shit. Hit up Ben Calamer builds G-Force equipped gears in his MT82, and they've taken, Dakota has one in his car, makes 1100 horsepower. So again, stop talking out of your ass. Sounds like a Corvette guy. There is built MT82s. Okay. 5 Point Joe says, would you ever turbo the Fairmont? Yeah, I turbo the Fairmont. That's probably going to be the next evolution, but honestly, this is what's going to end up happening with the Fairmont more than likely. I'm going to get the car running again because I had fuel delivery issues from day one. Those Magna Fuel 750s were not cutting it. So I'm going to get out there, go to the track, and my goal is to go like an 850. That's it. Because guys, I'm going to die in that car. That car is not fucking safe. It is an absolute death trap. And look, it's just not worth making it safe. What's it going to cost me to put a cage in it? $3,000? It's going to need a parachute mount, $4,000. So, $4,000. Let's throw taxes in that shit. $5,000. Labor, blah, 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 blah. Now I got a safe Fairmont? I'd rather buy a roller 86 notch that has a cage and a mount and everything ready to go, and I'll just swap all my shit onto it from the Fairmont and have a safer, faster, and lighter car to work with instead of just throwing a turbo on it, running 7s and dying. I'm not a fan. So we'll see what happens with the Edelbrock. Once the Edelbrock gets in, it's ported, get it on the dyno, get a hit, and we'll see if we can go 850s or quicker. We'll see how it feels. I mean, right after running 8.1 with the GT500, I felt so safe in that car because it was so easy. It felt fast for sure. But it didn't like blow my mind. It felt great in the front half, and the back half, just like most blower cars do, they just don't keep pulling. It went, holy shit. Oh, this is okay. And then I was done. Whereas turbo cars go, whoa, and they just keep pulling. I think that the Fairmont at the end of the day is going to do exactly that. Going to launch crazy, run an 850 or something like that. Then I got to decide, what the fuck am I going to do with this car? It's not safe. It's not fun to drive. No AC in it. No power steering. It fucking sucks to drive that car. I hate driving that car, but it's fast. El Coyote, thoughts on It's Just a 6? It's Just a 6 apparently, finally made up his mind and came back to Lund Racing. And we have sent him tunes. And I think he's doing well. We'll see if he reports on his experience. We'll see. I'm going to be checking. Tango says, I went to Streetcar Takeover in Atlanta this year, and I tried out drag racing for the first time. The car rolled out really well. Channel support. Hope to be faster next year with practice. Good for you, brother. It's addicting, but don't become one of those guys that absolutely destroys his bank account in order to make his car faster. I see guys get a car, and they go, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Someone told me you forgot Jason Wagner. He is Lund tuned. He has a 6R80 with a 2650 on a Shelby. He won True Street. Look at that. A 6R80 swapped GT500 with a VMP 2650 won at True Street. He goes, and then he said, how's your mom and dad? Meaning he reached out to me on Facebook because he knows this is Chad Epperson. By the way, congratulations, Chad. Great work on Dwayne's car. Great work on Jason Wagner's car. Or is it Wagoneer? Congrats. So Jason Wagner, VMP, supercharged 6R80 swap GT500, won True Street at Bowling Green. Very nice. And he said, how's your mom? How's your dad? See, he gave a shit. Eric Vega says, I think I fixed it. Hey, thanks for the money. Appreciate that. JB says, opinion on Ken Block's Fox body. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I understand. Okay. Cream Pie, your bitch says, I seen that Xander dude pop the built 10R with the trans brake tune from another tuning company. That sucks. I hope he gets back up and running. I don't like seeing people broken down. That sucks. But there's only a couple people I trust to build 10R80s. One of them is Manuel Gomez. So Ken Block's Fox body is eye aids. Now, I get it. It was a Vanilla Ice. And look, Vanilla Ice was not cool back when Vanilla Ice was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vanilla Ice was whack as fuck from the get, right? I was like, okay, this guy's stupid hair and he's dancing around. And then Suge Knight hung him out a window to get rights to his music. And then he just disappeared off the face of the earth. And all of a sudden, there's a resurgence. People, oh, Vanilla Ice inspired. Oh, the video was whack. The song was whack. The car was whack. It was a stock 5.0. So Ken Block is like, oh man, what's going on? I'm going to build my daughter a drift car. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So I expected to do a drift car shit. Gay flares, stupid fucking Monster Energy drink anywhere. No, he built basically the ugliest Mustang I've ever seen. Oh, but it's functional. Okay. Matt Sopa's Fusion doesn't look like a complete piece of shit that gave somebody AIDS in the eyes. But for some reason or somehow, Ken Block's build really, really gives me eye AIDS. Full-blown 1984 AIDS, like the hard shit. And this car is a Vanilla Ice-inspired drift car that looks awful. It looks, the tires, the wheels looks like shit. Everything else is stock looking. Paint job's okay, whatever. But the way it sits is so disgusting and crap. People go, whoa, it's a drift car. Again, I've seen drift cars that sit nice. That one just sits like absolute cocks. Dicks. Congratulations on driving that around. I'd be like, hey, your ball joints are your ball joints. Hey, check your ball joints. They're fucked up. Oh, wait. You meant to do that? You did that on purpose. Oh. Okay. Oh, you don't understand. Well, you're making fun of my... And then the people go, I can't believe you're making fun of his daughter. I never mentioned his daughter. She's probably very lovely. Nice, good for her. The car is shit. 2011 GT with Edelbrock 2300. Thoughts on long tube headers? And your thoughts on their new GESI green cats in an emission state. Oh my God. So you reminded me of something else. Why are we touting big horsepower with cats? What are we doing? What are we doing? Do you want to blow people's ringlands up? Is that what we're doing nowadays? Promoting blowing up your ringlands? Is that what we're fucking promoting nowadays? And any boosted car, I recommend free-flowing exhaust. I get it. You live in an emission state, so you have to put cats in it. Fine. Keep boost really low. Keep boost really low. But when you're going to turn that bitch up, don't expect those cats to be like, oh, we're cool, bro. We're making power. We're making power and saving the planet. You know, man, you're going 9 seconds down the quarter mile and the trees are growing more because of you, because you're saving the planet. No, they're going to get hot, clog, pressure, ringlands go boop, and where the pressure that was supposed to go out the exhaust now comes up and out the piston. Oh, why is my valve cover leaking away? Why is my valve cover fucking smoking like a... God, I got to get this tacuache thing figured out, man. Why isn't this tacuache thing fucking working? Damn it. I gotta get it figured out. Let me look. Properties. Is there proper? No, it's not there. It's not there. Okay. Settings. I got to get that figured out because I cannot do the tacuache effect without having that shit in the background. I got to do it. Let me see tacuache. I gotta figure it out. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to hang with me. Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. I want to put cats on my car. Why? Well, you know, I want to save the planet. I live in an emission state. Move. Restart media. Let's do a weird one. Let's do a tab. Tacuache. Tab. Nope, it won't let me do tab. So we need to do control. Yeah, there we go. Apply. Okay. Let's see if Tacuache plays. Oh, Órale, Holmes! I live in the Mississippi State, and then this company made 1,100 horsepower with a cat. So I say, oh shit, let me ask Yolo what he thinks about it. And I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? He goes, well, I think I can do it. What do you think about the green cat with the SLMNOP design? I think it's gonna be good. And I'm like, no, what the fuck are you doing? You don't want cats on a high horsepower application. I'm like, no way! Wait. So what we really need to have happen here, guys, is cut the shit out with Boost and cats. I understand other companies are saying this has to happen, that has to happen. I can't have you guys going, and I can't be responsible for that. I can't do it. Oh, yeah. My neighbors heard that one. I was full song. I mean, I committed all of it. It's in there. Y'all can cut that one out and put it on Instagram for me. I really love you. So, Brian, the GESI Green Cats. The GESI Green Cats. I got the GESI Green. Hey, what? You know, why's your car sound different? Órale, Holmes, I got the GESI Green Cats. Oh, so no cats. Free flowing exhaust, please. That would be nice. I love you. Boost and cats is a bad combo. Am I fine to get that Ford system with a 1050X on the car before doing the twins? Do I need a revision? I won't push the car at all. Now, ice wallow come. If you don't want a revision, just put in the fuel system. Do not do a boost reference and set it at 58 PSI and it'll act just like stock for the time being. Nathan Meckler says, previous owner threw the Boss Cadillac at the car, wondering if he even put a Boss motor in it. Gen 1 NA usually make just 400 on 93, right? They make about the same. You ever see the Boss output numbers versus the Coyote output numbers? They're the same. I don't think the Boss makes like 80 more. It makes like 15 more or something like that. Something like that. Tacuaches assemble. No quema cut. Oliver Bryan. What do you think about the daily wheel tire setup for Weld R71Ss with 18s and some R888Rs at all four corners? Think it's a great street strip look. Let's do it together. Come at you. R71s. R71 welds? I don't even think that's like the right. Ooh, shit, dude. Those are nice. Yeah, 18s all the way around. Like 1810. Oh, shit, yeah. So he's basically saying, hey, I can do this with R888s all the way around. Looking like a fucking tacuache from the valley. Yeah, fuck yeah, do it up, brother. I mean, I would do it. Looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. F-150 SF50 says, bitch out, Gen 2, 506 R80 or 351 with a Glidden heads. Oh, Glidden heads. Let me get some skinny kid race cars build. I was told I'd make more power with less money using a 351. Carbureted knuckle draggers. Okay, F-150 S550, a Gen 2 Coyote motor is going to make 380, 390 wheel, maybe 400, 410 with, some bolt-ons. A 351 that's built properly is probably going to make that. So I don't know about less money, but it's got to be built well. Daniel Raymond says, just put the cats on for the test. Then FFE. Yeah, just put the cats on for the test day and FFE. Exactly. Put the cats on for the day you got to get your test and then FFE the rest of the way, baby. Eric Vega said, I sold some crack to put money in the account. But channel support, I hope I've been respectful to you. Following the red car, set personal best of 1185 and 1182 with 162.64. Bendición. Que Dios te bendiga, Eric Vega. Eric Vega has been very good, very proper, very nice. I have no issue with Eric Vega. You do it the right way. Some guys friend request me. I've never seen them send me, have a back and forth with me, and they're asking me in like detailed questions about tuning, setups, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are. I have no idea who the fuck you are. JB says, that ranchera music is ear aids. Sorry, Mexicanos. It's funny as shit. It's funny. Sounds like you're on a merry-go-round. Alfredo Diaz says, absolutely dying while installing my center console on my Coyote Swap. Coyote Swap where you got deported says, serious question. Is the oil fields worth it? I'm in my early 20s. Yeah, bro. This is the time to do it. You know why? because you can't be in there for more than 5 years because your back's going to fucking break. You're going to be an alcoholic. You're going to have a smoking addiction, maybe a meth addiction, to stay awake and to be able to take the pain of all the work you have to do and the smell. Yeah, I'm telling you, you should work your hardest when you're your youngest, because once you get to my age, because I quit that hard work shit at 36. I said, you know what? From 17 to 36, I busted my knuckles. I fucking went in every day. I was like, oh man, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fucking impress the boss. I'm never going to be late. I'm never going to be fucking tardy. I'm never going to be absent. I'm going to be here every fucking time. Man, he's going to notice. Oh, and I'm fucking wrenching and I'm killing myself. And then when it came time for the raise, I got that 37-cent raise for the fucking year. And I went, there's got to be a different way. Now, a lot of people would say, well, you should have gone to college. Okay, so I can have $45,000 to $100,000 in debt and make $50,000 a year and pay off that debt by the time I'm 50? Nah, fuck that shit. So what I did is at 36, I said, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Moved to Texas, made some connections. Now I'm sitting on my ass tuning you motherfuckers. I like it. I like it. I like it very much. Alfredo Diaz, okay, Alfredo, got him. Peasant chat time. Any truckers in here? Might be my next job. El Coyote. Pragmatic Lunatic, give me $10. Didn't say a goddamn thing. Love you. Love you that. Love you for doing that. If you're going to work in the oil field, be sure to live in an 800 square foot house and have a lifted truck and 40-foot boat in the driveway. That's the way to do it, Holmes. Get the first check, right? I don't know how much you oil field guys make. You probably make 80 to 100 a year, right? If you're really fucking killing it. Maybe more. Lift a truck, single wide, ski boat, right? With the fucking speakers and everything. Multiple packs of long cut chew everywhere. Boots, Coors Light hat with a fishing lure in it, or hook. Cause that's the look. Wolfpack guy says, hats off to you, Alex. Look, I found out in my mid 30s, there's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way, Alex. You're not stupid. You can talk to people. You have a decent personality. You might be able to finagle your way into some kind of job where you rub elbows with the right people. You're personable. You should be able. You're witty. You get it. You know, some of you are fucked. Some of you can't form sentences. So some of you are stuck at where you're at. And I get that. But I wasn't. I was like, man, I knew better. Like I knew better. Once I was able to get out of there, trust me, guys, I had to eat so much shit. One day I will tell you the story, what happened between Texas and my first 4 months in Florida. Guys, that is the best story of all time. I'm telling you, when I get the green light to tell you that story, by the time I left Texas, got to Florida, and then the following 4 months, dude, no more of a tumultuous, crazy time in my life. It was insanity. And I had to go through that. I'm saying almost homeless. I'm saying, semi-depressed. I'm saying everything happened, but I stuck through it. I shut the fuck up. You didn't see me popping off on Facebook. I just kept my nose down and kept working. Then for 2 years after that, I ate more shit. I ate all the shit, making no fucking money. No fucking money. So I could end up where I am now. That's when people don't struggle, I can't relate to them. I can't relate. I'm like, you got given everything. You need to get kicked down a couple notches so you can see what the fuck the deal is. See how you come out of that bullshit. That's why. And that's where the whole suspension company wrapping it, all that happened at the same time. All that, it was like a mountain of shit coming at me. And I was like, all right, come on. Keep coming, motherfucker. I will put that shit in the memory bank. And when I'm good and when I'm up, you'll see what's up. Good times. Oh, man. Okay. Return me. Okay, got it. Peasant chat. Dennis Alexander, been there. Dude, it's tough when you're killing yourself and you think you're doing the right thing. And then for years, you're wondering, I was working at a Caterpillar Power Systems plant. Okay, because, the paid chat is slow. I was working at a Caterpillar Power Systems plant in Cyprus. You know where it is. You know where it is. You see it on the right. You Texas boys off of 291 or 290, whatever the fuck it's called. Right there on the fucking right. On one of the, what do they call it? Frontage roads. Right there. Caterpillar Power Systems. So I show up and I don't know. I got a little toolbox because they said bring tools. All right, bring tools. So I bring tools and I'm like, what the fuck is, like, I see these skids of diesel engines and fans, and I'm like, whoa. They told me to bring tools, not a fucking Snap-on $8,000 box, $12,000 box. So the guy goes, all right, your job is to take that alternator drive and put it in that buy, and he left. And I'm just like, okay. And I had hand tools. Everyone had the Snap-on truck like lived there. I think the Snap-on truck had like a mobile home there just chilling because he would just sell shit. So I'm sitting there going, all right, hand tools, this, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm looking at the others already installed. They moved on because it's an assembly line situation, and I got it done. Took me a little longer than they would, but I got it done. Then the guy comes over, he goes, oh, you got it done? I go, yeah, hey, is there any like training or is there any, oh, fuck you, kiddo, get over there and do that. And I'm like, you know what? No. At 36 years old, I said, you know what? No. Fuck you. I can do better than this. And I dipped out of that bitch. I'm like, you know what? I can do better. I was unemployed for like a week. Got a job. That job sucked. And then while I had that job, I ended up at a hot rod shop, and that's where things started happening. Danny Gurley gave me $5. Osis Coyote gave me $10 and said G. Love it. Love both of your channels. Chris Bassin says, I agree with you. Hard work and only till your mid-30s. I got lucky and recently went from a Ford dealership working on those piece of shit MT82s to a county job bus mechanic. Trust me, once you get into your mid-30s, and if you're in your mid-30s and you're doing the same job as a guy that's 21, busting your ass, you fucked up somewhere. Nathan Meckler says that comment was actually a follow-up to a previous one that you missed. Nathan Meckler, here we go. Previous owner through the Boss catalog. So let's go. Nathan. Alex, any way to identify a Boss 302 motor? No, I have no idea how to identify a Boss 302 motor unless you look into take the manifold off and look down at the cylinder head and see if the intake ports are CNC'd. Then you might only have CNC Boss heads. The bottom end, you literally have to disassemble it to see what the fuck the deal is. Previous owner through the Boss catalog, wonder if you even put a Boss motor in it. Gen 1 NA cars usually make 493, right? And then Nathan was like, that comment was actually a follow-up to a previous you missed. I didn't miss it. I actually said it twice. Eric Rowe gave me $10 for child support. Mustang Mark says, read my comment. Instead of just doing it again, he said, read my comment. You mean, did you pay? Let me see Mustang Mark. I don't see you. You didn't pay. Mustang Mark. Nope. Sorry, not there. End up getting a Gen 5 Whipple MMR oil pump and crank sprocket gears with UPR breathers and catch cam for the 18 F-150 rear wheel drive. Planning on running Whipple's tune. Anything else? I should get the engine whines. Engine whines? That's not good if the engine whines, right? You can't get headers because I think it throws a code with the Whipple tune. Shit, I don't know. I think you're kind of done right there. Especially you're kind of limited with the Whipple tune right there. Trooper 50 says, congrats to Dakota. Brandon and Dakota have my 18 automatic performance package with Odin rolling only 3K on my 3,7600 revs, spinning at 50 miles an hour in third. Awesome. Very good. I tune a couple of Odin setups this week. They're pretty straightforward. Now, I have seen some issues with their TJ69 throttle body, not all of them, but luckily they're good enough that they can just swap it out and get you taken care of because the tune is so vetted that if there's an issue with it, it's a hardware fault. Sebastian Mitchell says, I got a 10R80 19 Mustang and I just ordered a Whipple and a 4-fuel system and some injectors. I've been watching your videos and I was already tuned by Lund and would love to have you tune my new setup. Email. Okay, here's the email. support@lundracing.com. Sebastian, support@lundracing.com. Thanks for the money, though. Boss has special oil cooler lines and fittings. Very good. So check the oil cooler, bro. Nathan, I think it's Nathan. Is it Nathan? Yeah, Nathan. Check the oil cooler. See if it's a Boss specific one. If it has some cute lines in it or some shit. I don't know. Nick Smith says, Mustang Mark, comment what your car is again. Okay. Jesus, Sebastian. It's the same tune no matter who sends it to you. Here we go, Sebastian. What's up, man? I decided to fix the car and beat the shit out of it. Justin Talley. Oh, okay, good. There you go. So I'm not getting a lava red Mustang. That's not a bad idea, actually. Fix it, beat the shit out of it, pocket some of that money. That's a smart thing to do. I get it. I'm a Ford tech at a very busy dealer and not sure how long I'll keep at it. I hear what you are saying. I like it that he hears what I'm saying. Your mid-30s. Yeah, man. Mid-30s, that's kind of when your brain starts going, I can make more money with my mind than with my brawn. Because anyone is a body. Anyone can come in with a body, zip parts off, zip parts on, and then you are now easily replaceable. But when you become a go-to person and someone that, I don't know, whether it's your knowledge, whether it's your personality, you can't get there anywhere else. You're the only one that can provide that. So they tend to gravitate towards that. Cuban is scared of the Jeep, says Mr. Cake. Uh-oh. Mustang GT with track pack has the same old cooler and fittings. There you go. Fuck that. Turbo or supercharger 2020 GT 8-9 second daily. That's really stupid. An 8 or 9 second daily. That's a really dumb premise. An 8 or 9 second daily. An 8 second car should not be daily. Neither should be a 9 second car because you're just going to wear out parts faster. So what you should do is get yourself a supercharger if you're going to daily it. And on the occasional track run, you can pull it down and go a 9. So Whipple supercharger or an Odin or a fucking Paxton or a Vortec. All of them will blow your shit up. No problem. John Schmid. Nathan Barrow says, what up, YOLO? Swapping in a stock bottom S550 model with ARP head studs into my Gen 1. Would it be safe with 900 to 1,000 wheel on 85? I was looking to use a Paxton 2200 SL to get there. What would their smallest pulley make with a 20% overdrive? So their smallest I've seen is a 2.9. I have a 2.98 rib pulley here somewhere. Do I? No. No, but I have a snack. I have plenty of snacks. There's plenty of snacks. A 2.9 and a 20%, you're going to be making 900 plus. So I think it'll make it. But what's going to be your biggest issue? Naaman is your IATs. You're at that pulley combo, your IATs are going to be 150, 160 and up. Bet me on that. So what are you going to have to do to cool that off? Meth? Right? Meth or some kind of really insanely efficient intercooler, air to air. So that's what you're gonna have to consider. The inefficiency of the current cooler or current intercooler, and then maybe meth injection. Now, if you do meth injection, you have to relocate the IAT. Okay? But I don't think you could do that with a Gen 1. And if you do, you'd have to like do it similar to what Roush does. Basically, they pin it for IAT2, or maybe piggyback the harness to IAT2. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Mr. Cake is calling out Cuban Coyote so much, I think he has a hard on. Here we go. It's not a good idea to make that kind of power on a Paxton. It'll spin out the blower. He's not wrong. El Coyote is not wrong about overspinning the blower. That is a thing. You guys ask the same questions every week. Arthur says, hey, Arthur, fuck you, okay? Sometimes they don't get answered. Wanted a friendly fade. There you go. Nathan, 10RD19. Congrats to Dakota. Okay, I got everything. Yeah, Dakota got married. I went up to Pennsylvania last week. I watched Dakota get married. Very nice reception. I look good as fuck. I bought this overpriced suit, but at least now I know my size. It's like a base tune. I got a base tune for a suit. I'm like, I know my jacket size. I know the cut I like on the fucking pants. The chest is fucking, oh man, I look good. Nobody was there to slay. No one was really my age or older. I was kind of like in the in-between age where I couldn't slay on a 20-year-old and I couldn't really hit on a 90-year-old. So I was kind of like stuck in the middle. So I didn't do shit. James Moran says, I want to stay NA with my 16 Mustang GT and do not have E85 anywhere near me. Any suggestions for mild power upgrade for a street car 93? Look, James, an 18 manifold, GT350 manifold, a closed box cold air intake, like an 18 cold air intake, some headers. I'm telling you, you're going to have a bunch of fun. And on the occasion that you want more timing and go to the track, you can get Torco or run race gas for that track day. You're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Chris Basin gave me the weirdest amount, $17. Thanks for reading my comments, bitch. No offense to anyone in the piece of shit MT82 remark. Flat rate sucks. Love you. It does. Oh, it sucks if you take the actual time. Let's say the flat rate job is 4 hours and you do it in 4 hours. Yeah, it sucks. But if you can get real good and do it in 2 hours and clock in 80 hours and you actually work 36 or 32, you're doing okay. Why are the auto guys so cocky when they all have to do is press down on the gas pedal and they're riders, not drivers? El Boss 302, you are preaching to the choir. If you're out there saying you're a badass, when your car can go the same ET, whether you drive it, your mother drives it, your dog trained to foot the pedal drives it, you're a squirrel, a trained monkey, Coco, the chimp, anyone can drive your 10R80, 6R80 car to the exact same time that you can. That means your car is fast. It doesn't mean you're a fast driver, okay? If you have a stick shift car and you launch it, shift it, you really know the car, you're good at. I can't drive Minion's car as good as he drives it. No fucking way. I can't drive Wesley Evans's real teal car like as good as he drives it. No fucking way. But I can get in any auto car and run just as fast as your best time. Case in point, the tax collector. I got in it and it was going 8-1 in my third pass. Foot brake 9.4, spark plugs all fucked up. Changed the spark plug, went on a soft tune 8.3. Hot tune 8-1, 1-2, 160 foot, and I just went all that talent. Whoa, look at my talent. He's such a wheelman. Shut the fuck up, wheelman and auto do not come into play. And that tax collector has the option of an air shifter, and I was like, no. No. What the fuck? An air shifter? Like, be really fucking lazy with it? No, it's cool, whatever, for consistency. But really? I get it if you have a 6-second car. I get it if you have a 5-second car. I don't get it if you have an 8.0 car and slower. I don't get it. Yeah, that's why GTR owners are gay. They're gay, but they're rich. So I'd rather be rich. 427 dude says, that vet dude here again. MT82 D4. My man Bang Stang is on trans number 3. Calamar dragging his feet. Man, oh, he's talking about the Gen 3 built MT82. I'm sorry. I think your boy can't drive. If he's breaking 18 plus NT82s like it's going out of style, he's either breaking the shift forks, right? That's the only thing, the shift forks. But if he's breaking the gears, or he's grinding shit, because send a trans to Ben Calamar for that 427 dude, and I guarantee he can tell you if you're a non-driving motherfucker, because he can look at a trans and go, that guy can't drive. His synchros are fucked and this and that. But if you're breaking the shift forks, I'm with you. If you're breaking the gears, it's not really your fault. But if you're grinding shit and shoving it in like a fucking monkey, that's your fault and not the trans fault. Put a T56 in it and have none of the modes work. Do that. Why don't you put a T56 in a Gen 3 and have none of the modes work? But it'll be fast. Oliver Bryan says, Leroy is a powerful car, but it takes Cletus to make it high 7s. Exactly. I cannot drive Cletus's car to 7s. Not even close. Can I drive his auto pro charge core, turbocharge Ruby, whatever the fuck it's called, just as quick as anyone else? Yes. You know, or just nudge it in. It's a power glide car. Yes, I can drive it just as quick as anyone else. Thanks for reading my comment. Whistlefish gave me $15. Thank you very much, Whistlefish. Didn't see a damn thing. I love it. Man is the first part of manual. You have to be a man to be able to drive speed shift. Autos are boring and pussies. I wouldn't say they're... Look, if you're a hardcore drag racer and you want consistency, you got to have the auto. But those guys have to recognize that they are not drivers. They're riders. They're very fast riders. They point the car down the track. That's all you're doing. When you get in a car like the Minion, Cletus's Leroy, oh my God, what's the guy's name that broke the Coyote record this weekend again? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting his name. He has a Boss. I think it's a Boss. It's the fastest, quickest and fastest Coyote stick shift H pattern car out there. Holt? Not Holt. God damn it, I forget. But those guys, Wesley Evans, they drive. The Tick Performance guy, they drive. Those guys are men. When I see a car go, wah, pa, pa, I'm like, yes. And then I hear a car go, wah, oh, fucking 820s. Who gives a shit? That's where the tuner comes into play, right? Auto cars, the tuners can go, we did it. They're right. The tuner did it. So that's why tuners go, yeah, it's Lund Tune or whoever's tuning it. They can go, we did it. Y'all put the parts in, we made it shift going down the track, right? Stick cars, the tuners can never take credit for a stick car. If a tuner says, look at what we tuned that went a number, I go, shh, 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 shh. It's a stick car. It's a stick car. That's all him. 100% driver. SoCal Bronco 70 says, so 93 Cobra Fox, plan on a dart block, 363 and AFR 205s. Vortec TI, shooting for 650 plus. Let me guess, on 93. Enough to hang with supercharged Coyotes from a roll, 3160 pounds. Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah, 3160 pounds? Fuck yeah. You're going to not only be able to keep up, you'll probably roll on many of them. That's like 800 on a 3,500 pound car. Yeah, that's good. That's good shit right there. Thank you, Joel Steele. Joel Steele. I'm sorry, Joel Steele. I keep forgetting your name. Joel Steele. People like Joel Steele, Cletus, Minion, Tick Performance Guy, and Real Teal, Wesley Evans. Mad respect. Look, go to Texas 2K. Go to Florida 2K. Go to the World Cup, which is now called the Pinewood Derby. I don't know what it's called right now. And every single time you see a stick shift Honda getting it, you see the stick shift class getting it, those guys get the most cheers from the crowd. You could see people in the stands shifting with them. You know, they're fucking making the motions. No one's sitting there going, oh, look at that power glide car. No one's doing that shit. Everyone's they're at the line going, bam, seeing the fucking flames pop out the bitch. No one's doing that for an auto car. No one. I'm a stick guy fucking to the core. If I could swing it, I would make the Fairmont a stick shift car. Yeah, it'll be a little slower. Sure, it'll be a little slower. I don't think it'll be an 850 car with a stick. Now, if I invest with a badass trans, good clutch, maybe. But I'm not going to put $10,000 into the car to make it run the exact same time that it runs with its 6R80. No, thank you. Shifting hard makes you feel connected to the car. Let's not get a little gay now. What's more impressive, a 9-second stick shift car or 8-second auto? 9-second stick shift car all fucking day. That's impressive. 9-second stick shift car. Slower, but more impressive. Jay Anderson says, I have a Brett LaSalle built 10R Circle D converter, Hellion sleeper with a base 62s, Division X fuel system. Full weight. Think I can break 950s? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Not a problem. Alex Cadell says, what do I need to make my mostly stock 15 GT PP1? I don't know, guys, stop saying PP1. Stop saying that. They're all going to fucking be the same. The only difference is like trim and suspension. Stop saying PP1 460L, Mach 460 stereo, Shaker 500. I got a 15 GT, PP2, Mach 500, Shaker 500, California Special, GT. It's going to run the same fucking number. What do I need to make it a mostly stock run a 7.9 in the 8th, I think he's saying? I know I'll need black. Oh, wait. He's talking about Alexander Cadell go 8s and maybe touch a 790. You don't need a black magic clutch, but it sure helps. Or a clutch, a slipper clutch setup. Yeah, you're going to need, 1,700 horse or 1,500 horse and a slipper clutch to make sure. And then you got to do a lot of dialing in, a lot of testing. I mean, a lot. And you got to make sure that that IRS is going to jive with everything you got going on because no one's done that yet. No one's gone real. Actually, Fat House Fab went 840s with a GT350 with all the Motec fancy stuff with a T56 and a regular clutch, if I'm not mistaken. But that car was making 1,700. You know what I'm saying? Pussy Pounder says, first time at the track last weekend, 700 horsepower S197 car, 1103, 134. 1960, ew. Just order the anti-roll bar. The car's twisting up very bad. Yes, and you probably, that 1960 foot, you need a slick or better launch technique. That is some shit-ass 60 foot. George Resendez says, are you going live tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to be live tomorrow. Oscar Medina says, Omar Medina, talking all that shit. How they shift again. But nobody else can drive it like you. Exactly. How they shift again. He wants me to make the power glide shift. Ooh, or an air shifter that does it for them. Manual just seems to make it feel more like racing to me. I agree, but let's not get a little gay with it. Mustang 87 XX says PP1, PP2, PP weenie, PPP. Package has sway bars and thick propane tank. Totally worth it for great handling out of Starbucks parking lots. 100%. Gallo Bravo says, I don't know what he's saying. Craig Sanowski says, do you think an MT82 can launch like how the Coyote stock car, or would it just fucking explode? It can. The Coyote stock cars have slipper clutches. You can see if they get too aggressive, they'll spin out of control. But listen to how the cars launch. Guys, really take a good listen as to how Coyote stock car, the RPMs, you hear it get up on the chip, you hear, and then you hear it go, boom. It brings it way down. Boom. And then it comes up, right? And you don't see the slicks spinning out of control. They bite, get up in the air, come right down. They have slipper clutches. They dial that shit in. I don't know how expensive it is. I'd love to be able to take the Fairmont after I run my 850. That's probably what I should do. I probably should make the Fairmont a stick shift car. Who the fuck has a stick shift Fairmont? Nobody. I think that'd be cool, and maybe try to get an 8 out of its stick. I think that'll be cool. Whether I'll probably break more parts, I'll probably wear out the car more, but I think it'll be more impressive and more fun to drive. And I'd be more inclined to drive that car if it was a stick. But I need a slipper clutch and a badass T56. And that's what? $6,000? I don't think I could sell the 4R200 and make $6,000. I would probably give the 4R200 back to PBH because they basically co-sponsored. They gave me a huge break on the cost. Smoking Nito says, I already have an N-Gage and can Lund give me a tune even if it's not a Lund N-Gage? We'd have to convert it to ours. And once you convert it to ours, Smoking Nito, you're stuck with us. We will not let you convert it back to the other way. So it's either us or nothing. GT350 is no longer being made. Yeah, that sucks. It's going to be replaced by the Mach 1. So the GT350, 520 horse Voodoo engine, gone. Replaced with a Mach 1 that looks uglier in my opinion. And 40 less horsepower. That makes a bunch of sense, Ford. Good fucking job, fucking retards. Mr. Show Tonight, channel support. Thank you, Matt 2011 GT. I appreciate you very much. Because that 1-2 shift can be dangerous, Carlos Ortega says. What would it take to get a 9-second stick shift S550? How about MT80? Brandon did it, supposedly, downhill. Brandon went 9s, supposedly. No one saw it. It was like seeing Sasquatch. It was like seeing the Loch Ness Monster. But he found a slip that just happened to match his card number. He's like, I went 9s. But nobody saw the pass ever. Gen 5 Whipple 3875 150 throttle body with a 3875 pulley. That's like an E85 NA car. That's like testing your E85 and running 12/8s. Cobra Jet intake, that's even worse. With a 3875 pulley and you got a Cobra Jet you got a Cobra Jet cold air 150 throttle body ID 1300 and you got 3875 pulley. The fuck are you doing? Why don't you just and he said, Siley fuel system, talked to Taylor and Brandon and said Lund will not tune my car. We didn't say we wouldn't tune your car. We would say for big power, anything under like a 3.5 pulley, that fuel system's not going to cut it. That fuel system's not going to cut it. They didn't say they can't tune it. They probably said, just letting you know, we're going to disclaim your setup sucks. And Mustang Mark, it really looks shitty. A 150 throttle body, a Cobra Jet cold air, 3875 pulley. Why don't you just go 3.5 and E85? And why don't you just upgrade to a 4 Innovations fuel system and never have an issue again? We do that combo all the time. Big boost, 150 throttle body, Cobra Jet, comp cams, the same shit you got going on, but the fuel system, that's your weak link right there. You got to get a 4 Innovations or something more adequate than you. You basically went badass on everything and you skimped on the most important aspect, the fuel system. Have you seen any issues tapping the plastic pan on Coyotes? Just a return line and not pressurized, but still feels sketchy. Why don't you just put it back into the valve cover, Will Firth? If it's a return line, why can't it just return back into the cam cover, the valve cover? Why can't you just return it there like Hellion sleeper kits do? F150, S550 says, Alex, GT500s are 4,500 pounds running what? 10.5s? My Coyote swap weighs 4,500 pounds? With 750, can I expect a 10.5 or whatever GT500s are running? Yeah. I don't think GT500s are 4,500 pounds anywhere, ever. No GT500 is 4,500 pounds. Maybe 4, right at 4. 4,500? No, not at all. Lund will tune that car, dude, but the setup sounds hokey, especially the fuel system. Are GT350 worth it for the price? To me, they are. I like the cars. I really like the cars. They're expensive, yes, but so are Boss 302s for a real long time. Just wait a couple years, get a 2019 or 2020. That's the last two, and they use the Predator block. That's the ones I would get. I farted my balls out of my butt. Challenger owners. Ford was so proud of the fact that it is the best handling 5.0 ever. Alex, I'm stuck on getting either a 14 GT500 or a 12 GT500. What do you prefer? I prefer the 12 because the performance package versions came with 373 gears. The transmissions have a 291 first gear, and with a TVS upgrade, it is just as quick as a 14. Wild Horse Garage says, apparently D-Works fuel systems are just as good as Ford's. I haven't tuned one yet, so I cannot speak to that, Mr. Wild Horse Garage. And you told me to look on my Facebook because you sent me a message, but I don't got anything. You must have been hitting up the Alex Flores Facebook, which I never even fucking look at, like ever. Let me see. Cody Mahardo, Alex, you have a friend suggestion. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. The Lakers are up by 2 over the Heat. I'm mad love for the Lakers to lose. Just want to trigger Alex. Omar Medina. All right, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. It is an hour and a half. It's nice and light. I loved the nice light shows. When it gets a little hectic, it's a little tough. I don't want to be here too long. I'm going to be here maybe until 9:45, another 15 minutes or so. Just giving you guys a heads up if you want to just shove some questions down my throat. Bitch, I dream about a 500-pound driver. Exactly. No GT500 on the planet. He said 4,500 pounds. Hellcats aren't 4,500 pounds. Any common problems with the Gen 1 Coyotes? Well, the Gen 1 Coyotes, they're limited to horsepower to about 720, 740 real horsepower. The bottom end just kind of chucks a rod, so I wouldn't really go crazy with it. But aside from that, a lot of people say oil pump gears. You don't need to swap out the oil pump gears on these cars, guys, unless you're going to live on the limiter. Again, my black car still has the stock oil pump gear, had the stock oil pump gears at 115,000 miles or so. Thank you for saying great show. I'm not gone yet. Fuck you. Want to go watch the Lakers win up by 5. Damn it. Fuck the Lakers. Bought my 2011 U and I'll keep it till I croak. No more new shit for this paid off, bitch. Bad valve springs in the new Vets. Okay. El Coyote. How do you know if you have a vacuum leak in my fuel system? A vacuum leak in your fuel system. I don't even get the question. A vacuum leak in your fuel system? I mean, if your car's running lean all the time, El Coyote, right? If your car is running lean all the time and it's maybe pushing fuel back into the hat, or you have a broken line or something inside the hat. I don't really understand the question. Sorry. Alice, give us your honest opinion on the Cuban versus Jeep race and outcome. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I have no idea. Is that the one where he broke the transmission? Is that the one where he broke the like he literally broke either the diff or the MT82 in one of the races. So race him now, right? Like race him now. He's got his car back. Why not race him now? You know, Randall Hadid dropping a C note on a brother. I really appreciate you. Hey, Randall, I'm telling you, business proposition. Put pressure on you in front of everyone. You buy a truck, you buy a trailer, you put the tax collector in the back. You ship it to Florida. We race it down here. We race it down here all winter because it's gonna be snowing up there. It's gonna be snowing. Race it, and I'm not saying race it like, like competitively. You can at least test it out, see if you can make it run 7s, but or just get it out instead of being mothballed up in Pennsylvania. YouTube Corrupt in the house. What's up, brother? He said, looking to swap my 10R80 from 355 to 315s. Cannot find a diff anywhere except eBay. Does 200 sound right? No, it does not sound right unless it's busted. I got a 315 diff, YouTube Corrupt, but it needs rebuilding. So if you want to hit me up, I might be able to hook you up with a 315 diff. But it needs rebuilding. I think the gears are worn on it. Or the gears or the bearings are pretty worn on it. It's the one that came out of the red car. But I got 373s in it now. Just bought a new 5.0. Just bought my first 5.0, says Bird Call. The good one with the push rods. Those ones that have 225 crank horsepower, a blasted 190 wheel. Those badass 14 5-second having ass cars. They're badass. C. Hurd says, don't get gay with Alex. Shove questions down your throat. Love the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Men of War says, and he's gone. He's fucking gone. El Coyote says to Randall, oh my God. El Coyote says to Randall, the tax collector's badass. And Kyle Brandon, who has been el papi chulo, el papi mío, que me pagó todo. Because of him, starting everything with the big donations. I've gotten the converter, the headers, the 373s. Basically, the red car has been built by him. And because of what he's doing with these big donations, I really appreciate it. Hey, Randall Hadid's also doing the same thing. So you might have a new competitor. Others have dropped off. Kyle has stuck through the test of time. He's like, I'm still here. Everyone else is my kids, my sons. He's daddy. Because he's still doing it. All the other guys did it for like a week or two, and then they fell off. They're like, fuck giving Alex money. Fuck that guy. Cal Brandon's like paying his tuition because he's learning. He's learning, so he's paying his weekly tuition. I appreciate you, Kyle. Mustang Mark says, bro, money's tight. Lund said the Cobra Jet intake is going to be too hard to get to idle. And I have a Gen 2 motor. I know 800 plus is strong. Yeah, dude, it sucks. Are you okay idling at 1,000 RPM, Mustang Mark? Money's tight, but you want to brace? Dude. Get yourself the Whipple 132 or the 123. The Whipple 123 supports like 900 wheel, Mustang Mark. So if you find a Whipple 123 millimeter cold air, that car can get tuned easily. The 150, not enough air passes through it quickly enough through the MAF at that boost level. So you're going to have idling issues. The MAF sensor is not going to see the adequate airflow. So we're actually saving you some time. We're basically telling you your setup sucks. Change it. Not because we're lazy, because we know what has to happen in order for that tune to be right. We got to idle it at 950 or 1,000. You're going to complain of a high idle. And if we idle it down to 750, 800, it's going to wig out the MAF because not enough air is passing through that massive tube to get a good sampling size. So either get a Whipple 123 millimeter cold air or don't. It's really your choice. I love you. I want to keep you around, but we got to be honest with some people. Sometimes the setups really suck. Randall Hoodie says, oh, you want the truck and trailer too? I have the Craptor you can have. I mean, it's got to be able to make it down here. You can bring the car down here. If you get the car down here, I'll be the caretaker of that vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to buy it because I ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying? Not yet, anyway. But Mustang Mark, dude, get the Whipple 123. That's going to fix everything. What are your thoughts on these GPI and Prey Performance Motors 6th Gen Camaros? Never heard of them. So I'll have to do my research because if they're running a number, I'm sure I'll come across them. 727 Steve D in the house said channel support badass. Kyle Brandon says Parker go lightly or go lightly said finish your Fox. Dino came back at 690 DIC from balls cranked to the 2300 from balls came back at 690 dick from balls cranked to the 2300 with a 325 engine has 103,000 miles. Next comes the build. Got to work on that 800. Oh yeah, you're far away from it. So from balls, crank on the 2300. Dick from balls. You mean from behind the balls? So basically, rear wheel horsepower was 690 on your 2300 Edelbrock. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get it to 800. You need a lot of help. Oliver Bryan says small price to pay for saving so many for making the wrong mistake over a year of free info you give us. Very rare to people to give the truth no matter the topic. Guys, understand this. I have a lot of people think because I wear this hat, the Lund Racing hat, that I'm steering you 100% towards Lund and how we do things. I work for Lund. I'm going to look out for my employer, but I'm also going to give you the truth. And just with Mustang Mark he said, oh, you guys won't tune us. We're not going to tune you because that setup's going to idle like shit. So I'm trying to save you trouble. I have told people so many times, get this fuel system. And people go, do you know how many times I've told people not to say the word cat delete? Because that's a trigger word. You say free, flowing, exhaust. You know how many times I've told people, if you live in a hot weather environment, it's probably not a good idea to get an open air element, cold air intake on your vehicle because IETs are going to be 130, 140, 150, and your car's going to suffer in performance. Nobody believed me. Then all of a sudden, hey, my car runs like dog shit. Hey, put the stock cold air back on. It runs amazing. So if you want to go to a shop or a forum that's going to blow smoke up your ass and tell you all this bullshit and you believe it, or you can tune onto this channel and watch 400 videos that are tech, that are opinion, that are experiences, that are tuning related. I showed you how to data log. I showed you what the difference between a flex tune is and an E85 tune. I showed you how to load a tune on the N-Gauge. I've done so much on this channel. Guys, pay attention. It's all there. Now, why do a lot of people not rebut some of the things I say on this channel? Because they're true. They're fucking true. The only things that they can rebut is my opinion, but that's my opinion. But when I start stating facts as to this fuel system sucks, this cold air sucks, open air this is going to be hot, you can't really refute that. A lot of people go out there and just take it for granted and they think I'm full of shit. Fine, think I'm full of shit. Go ahead and spend $900 on 7 different cold airs to figure out that I was right the first time. I love you guys. I love you guys. I am not making a ton of dough from this, okay? What I'm doing is trying to get my job to be easier so that when you say, hey, Alex, how do you do this? Did you watch my videos? Yup. Or if you just get into the Mustang game and you want to know as much as possible without an agenda, it's really hard to beat a channel like this. It really is. Come on, guys. Stop fucking around. Matt 2011G says, yeah, that 2300 may soon be the giveaway. I don't know if I can give that thing away, brother. 690 on E85? That's terrible. Alex Cadell says, I run the 350 cold air in the winter and the 18 plus during the summer on my 15. Exactly. Every single time people say, Alex, what do you think is a good upgrade for a cold air? My question is, where do you live? If they're in Florida, Texas, Louisiana, keep the stock bitch on there. If you're NA, stock bitch. If you live somewhere where the weather can dip cold for months and months and months, you can have an open cold air and it'll make more power. Why? Because the outside temperature is under 60 degrees or 70 degrees. What's your thoughts about those GP? He keeps saying pray. He keep talking to me about these Gen 6 Gen Camaros, and I don't know shit about them. I don't care, honestly. Putting an 18 stock cold air was the best thing I ever did. The car runs amazing, and I get more races because people aren't scared of stock airbox cars. Exactly. So what about 365 pulley? Mustang Mark. Your cold air is the problem. Your cold air. I know you like opening the hood and seeing the words Cobra Jet on your pump gas 3875 pulleyed car. Get a Whipple 123, and you'll be able to get tuned by us. Or don't. Those are your choices. Someone says those GPI Camaros are nasty. Okay. I'll have to look into it. Because I don't know shit about those cars. Did they go 7s with a stock motor? Did any of them go 7s with a stock motor? I just want to know. Just want to know real quick. I support all Coyote owners, bro, but I came from the Subaru STI game and I miss the days where you see another Subi and think they better rev their life away. Coyote Red said, sure, you can take that dude's money, but you just trying to learn that boy something. But you can lead a mind to thought, but you can't make it think. Man, that's good. So what about the 3675 pulley? He keeps lowering the pulley sizes. Gosh, I'm telling him it's the cold air. You're right. I don't even own a Mustang. And because of you, I know so much about it. Thank you, Bird Call. Balls Johnson said, rest in peace. Matt 760 beats HCI Prey cars. Exactly. I mean, Matt 760 is out there beating everything and his kids are getting threatened. They're bringing the kids into it. Why does every lifted up truck have black smoke coming out the exhaust? I get a lot of trucks wanting to race. Run for president? No, I would never run for president. You know why? Because when they look into your past, they find out everything. Every girl you've banged and ditched, ghosted, how many websites, dating websites you were on, all the girls, the girl with the kayak. I mean, everything. They're gonna, he talks shit about the girl with the kayak. He says shit and cunt in his videos. Forget it. I would never make it. How long does a 7 stock block motor last? Well, it went 7s more times than any other stock block 7s has gone 7s. That 1 7-second pass makes it the most amount of times any stock motor has gone 7s. By the way, guys, it went 8.4, 8.2, 8.0, 8.0 2 or 3 days before. Then diesel's no joke sometimes. Impending disaster says, can you press the Carroll Shelby button? I forget if it's the 3 or the 2.
Great enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
There you go. Flores Ocasio-Cortez. I'd get her pregnant before we even made it to the fucking primary. Here you go. I mean, you're dumb as fuck, but your genes are pretty good. Maybe this baby can be half as smart as you. Or twice as smart as you. Freudian slip. Should I port both of my manifold and throttle body or just manifold? Just manifold. Never, ever, ever port the throttle body. Could give a fuck what any porting company says. What's your thoughts about those GPI? This motherfucker. Doesn't the black smoke tunes degrade performance? According to Gail Banks, yes. Gail Banks says black smoke bad. I believe Gail Banks. Yay. I never want to run for president because of Alex would be there attack ad saying that I can get a chubby around a corpse. Exactly. Leave it to Beaner. It'd be like, Could you imagine Leave It to Beaner runs for president? And I'm like, Leave It to Beaner fucks dead bodies. You know? Oh, Leave It to Beaner says he's a man of the people. Leave It to Beaner says he's going to cut the tax rate from blah, blah, blah to this. Leave It to Beaner likes to fuck neck holes. Oh, says Coyote, yeah, you got that right. These Gen 2s are amazing. Something else. AOC can get this dick, says Matthew Goodall. Yeah, she's hot. She is hot. It's just like a music video where she's bouncing around, her booty's... Look, she's retarded. She's fucking grade A retarded. Like classes in the basement retarded. But she can get this dick. Heat is up by 4. Better start watching the game. Okay, Oscar, I'm gonna start watching. Trump getting COVID was an inside job. Trump getting COVID was probably the best thing to happen to Trump. He was like, I got COVID. I beat COVID. If I can beat COVID, we can beat COVID. And forget it. And if Biden gets COVID, imagine if Biden gets COVID. Did you hear what he said about him being able to stay home and something about black ladies stocking the shelves? If you're a car guy and you're voting for that dude, God love you. I'm going to be running on E85. Why go with a fuel system? Why go with a fuel system and run 93? I paid $500 for that intake. I'm going to use it. Fuck it. Okay, cool. Then get tuned elsewhere. Love you, Mustang Mark. You paid $500 for that intake. You're going to use it. Your tuner's telling you we're not going to fuck with it at that boost level. You can get tuned elsewhere. Love you as a fan. You can get tuned elsewhere. Omar Medina says, ported throttle bodies, no cats with 800 horsepower, and stock manifolds with pump gas. Smoke is basically soot, therefore unburned fuel. Why not just burn that shit? Do you know what I'm saying? Says Hypersync. She's dumb as fuck. Good topic for tomorrow night stream. Hey, Matthew. Exactly. Let's talk about how God works in mysterious ways. How super hot chicks are super dumb and super smart chicks aren't that good looking. Classes in the basement retarded. You know what I'm talking about. If you're from the Northeast and you see kids coming up from the basement, you're like, oh, here they come. All right, let me get out of here before I get really booted off of YouTube with the anti-retard jokes. Anti-retard rants. I want to thank the big guys today, which is Oliver Bryan, Kyle Brandon, and Randall Hadid. Everyone else that's a fan. I really appreciate every single thing you donate, but I got to give a shout out to the big boys because, hey, they gave the big donations. They deserve a second or third mention. For those of you that follow That Dating Channel, tomorrow we're going to talk some shit. I got a couple of topics to bring up. I'll make an announcement in the morning on that channel. So for those of you that are not fans of That Dating Channel, just look up That Dating Channel. I talk about my dating experiences, my life choices, and then we just talk some shit on women. And it usually devolves to talking about anal sex or eating ass. Usually by the end of the show, I'm eating ass or I'm wiping my ass with some kind of wipes and telling you my experiences with that. It's a good old time. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining in. Catch up with you.